Go monster got my toys. What are my toys? My toys.
What is going on? It's another awesome edition of Mon Toys. And what do we have here? We got the amazing Spider-Man action figure, MAFEX number 248. We've been waiting hella long for this figure. This movie dropped back in 2012, but most recently, this same character showed up in No Way Home, which dropped in 2021 in December, right? That's been a minute, dude. Yeah, we've been waiting for this figure for a while now, man. And I think they had the Amazing Spider-Man. I think it was MAFEX number 1, right? Yeah, man, this is an upgrade from that, I think. Unless I'm mistaken, or was that the first? Because this particular Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, had 2 versions of his Spider-Man suit. The one that he built in the beginning, and this one they didn't even explain it. He just was rocking this. I guess they decided not to spend too much time on that. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Here we go. We got a product shot right there. The Amazing Spider-Man, MAFEX, hands and feet and all kinds of contraptions. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, hey man, that looks hella fresh. And right here on the back, what do we have? Oh yeah, hella product shots of him doing all kinds of crazy things. And it comes with the head sculpt. I know that the SH Figure Arts was supposed to come with a head sculpt, but it suddenly said that it wouldn't, although they marketed it as it would, but then suddenly they said, nah, they pulled back. I don't know, man. I don't know the story behind that. Put that in the comments. And here goes another shot right here, another product shot, looking super dope. Yeah, man, let's get this guy out the box. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.
Yo, what is going on? I am the Ugo Monster. I am an independent hip-hop artist from the San Francisco Bay Area, Richmond to be exact, and a lifelong action figure collector. As an independent artist, I create my own music, shoot my own videos, build and manage my website, and I make action figure reviews. You can find my music on all streaming platforms. If you'd like to purchase my music, which that'd be dope, you can do so at ugomonster.com. Thank you for your time, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Back to the show. Peace.
And here he is, Andrew Garfield, the Amazing Spider-Man action figure from MAFEX, man. And he's looking really, really clean, really fresh. I mean, come on, dude. This action figure is beautiful, dude. You know, I can't stress it enough, man. Like when you see this in person and when you hold it in your hand and, you know, you feel the texture, the feeling, the ridges right here on the Spider-Man emblem, you are 100% amazed, man. You know, it's like, man, dude, like, granted, you know, when I first saw this suit, I was like, how the hell did he get this suit in the movie, you know? They didn't explain it because he had a different suit that he had made in the previous film. That, you know, this one and that particular suit in the first film was very different, you know. I like that one, man. I hope that MAFEX returns and gives that one a chance. I think they did that one. And, yeah, and then this one, you know, this one's dope, man. I really like the eyes, you know. With these Spider-Man, as you know, the eyes never change. They're all stationary. So it isn't like the Tom Holland Spider-Man, which is one of the things that I noticed when that character was released, you know. All right, man, so let's go ahead and talk about him. Articulation, let's start at the head, man. Oh, how far can you look at that? He's on a ball peg right there. Is there articulation on the neck? Yes. Turn left and down on the head right there. You know. Move him side to side. How far can you... Oh, crap. How far can you look up? No. Well, if you bend his back a little bit. Down. Okay. Get him out of that pose. And then he has a butterfly joint. And then you can pull these out a little bit. Check it out. So he gets a little bit more range. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. This fool can sneeze into his arm like he did in the movie. You know? We got swivel right here on the shoulder. Double jointed elbows. Look at that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And articulation on the wrist. It's on a ball hinge right there. You know. And a nice diaphragm cut. So you can make them go like that. Punch in the gut or something. And then articulation right here at the waist. And so, you know, I barely noticed that MAFEX started doing this where they made this, they call it the diaper piece rubbery. Before that, it was a little bit hard plastic. It's supposed to help with range. All right. And then put the torso back. Boom, boom. You know. So look, that's how far you can crouch down right there. Look at that. You know. Gaps, of course. We got gaps. Make sure this is centered for you. But that's how it's supposed to be, man. If you want this thing to move, those things shouldn't bother you. A lot of the time when I go back and look at action figures, like when you move them around, you don't see your hands in the way. And sometimes I do the same thing with those gaps. I mean, there's a big gap there, like you can definitely put something in there. But it doesn't really bother me that much. And so then let's go down to his legs, right? So then he has drop down legs, which will give you a nice range of motion. Look at that. Look at that. You're able to get this man in a lot of poses. Look at that. Boom. Get him going like that. Crouching down. And yeah. So just so you know the difference. So when you use the drop down legs, this is how far he can go up. When you're using them, right? When you're not using them, he's only going to go like right here. And if you keep pushing them up like that, the drop down legs kind of activate. But yeah, there's a big gap when you use it, right? But yeah, man, you'll be able to get this guy in a lot of poses. Now check it out like this. Boom, boom, boom. Some definitely swinging poses like that. Spider-Man, man. He's like the most acrobatic character, And this particular version of Spider-Man, especially in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie, like he stood out, man. The movie kind of sucked in a way, but I did like how they gave him a nice little comeback in No Way Home. Like he was like the star of that, dude. You hear this annoying ass dog in the back. Anyway, so then you can do like a stomp, right? Like if he was gonna stomp the lizard, like that. So there's a lot of articulation there. Anyway, so double jointed knees, bam, and rocking ankles. Look at that. So if you had like a soccer ball, boom, able to kick it like that, keep it up and stuff. But there's no swivel right here on the calf, man. They should always do that, man. If there's like a cut where the boot is, just do it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of awesome articulation on this figure. I was watching this video the other day where they were showing you how to pose a Spider-Man, like so you can do like a nice crouching pose, and I think it was something like this. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I got to get better at it. But yeah, and yeah, they were showing, because there's a certain way you got to do it, because if you with action figures, as if you don't adjust them right and you force it, you can break it. And you don't want to break these MAFEX figures, man, because they're pricey, man. But yeah, like the finish on this is like a semi-gloss on it. I wonder how it would look like with a matte finish. Basically, with a matte finish, it'd be less glossy, Yeah, so let's go ahead and do some comparisons. All right, before we do the comparisons, I did forget to talk about the accessories. As you know, MAFEX comes with those standard eyes webs right there. They're kind of lame. That's why I don't spend so much time talking about them. I make my own custom webs, so we're going to be posing them with that. He comes with this head sculpt right here, this Andrew Garfield head sculpt. What do you think about him? We'll definitely get some more closer shots, but check it out. The hair's there, It looks like him, but you know what? I don't know, man. I feel like the Tobey Maguire face sculpt looks more like Tobey, and this one, kind of looks like him. In the product shots, it definitely does look like him. But yeah, he comes with this, and it comes on a ball joint, so you can articulate the neck, the head, and then move it around with the neck when it's inserted into the action figure there, We'll definitely do some swapping. Magnetic hands, yeah. Magnetic feet, in case you want to, hang them upside down. Some thumb up hands. This is where you would insert those webs. And a pair of open hands. Oh, look at this. Like this, I would call these motorcycle hands. Oh, look, and then the pointing finger hands. Oh, yeah, this is so they can do that meme, right? That Spider-Man meme where they're all the same. They're all the same, Hugo. They're all the same. Pair of open hands. I like these, man. Some thwipping hands. Thwip. These are kind of open hands. You know what I'm saying? Like he's about to grab on something. And then he comes with this mask, man. Here he is from the Far From Home version of Spider-Man right here. Oh, yeah. He starts off the movie with this suit, right? That's why I didn't feel it was necessary to buy the MAFEX one that was basically the same suit, right? That they market it as No Way or Far From Home, the third film. All these home movies, god damn it. Make it confusing for people to talk about. Anyway, so yeah, this one's cool. I have it on this mod right here, man. So he could have a little bit more of some movement, but sometimes it just made it a little bit worse because it's just hard for it to stay on. It's flimsy too. So I might just put the other one back on. But yeah, I had to do it in the pose, man. And then, yeah. Anyway, so that's this one with that one. As you can see, the Andrew Garfield is a little bit bigger, which is what I like, man. I think for a moment, I always felt like Tom Holland was just a little bit puny for a bit, and it wasn't even that because he could have been small. It's just it made him feel small being, Tony's butler, man, his Alfred, I don't want to get into that, man, because I always get frustrated when I talk about it. But, now, Tom Holland has come up, dude, you know what I'm saying? As his own Spider-Man, and I respect it now, Now he's going to have his own movies, the new trilogy, which is dope. But, yeah, here we go. That's the one with MAFEX, Tom Holland, and the latest Andrew Garfield one. Yeah, here we got the man, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield. You know what, man? For a moment when I first got the Andrew Garfield, I was wondering, is it the same color blue? Because I feel like this one should be just a little bit lighter, and this one should be also a little bit lighter, but no, look at that. Buddies, man. Best buddies, best pals, brothers, man. Shout out to my brother Rigo. And yeah, man, brothers, dude. Look at that. Look at the differences. How about the differences in the hands? You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got the hands right here. Like, that's one thing I was gonna I felt like I was gonna have a problem with identifying whose accessories were whose. Okay, all right, so what I see is that Andrew's is a little bit darker. And is that his web shooter right there? That's his web shooter. Let's do a close-up on that. I didn't know that they put a web shooter on my dude here. Interesting. Because for Toby, it's coming out of his ass and everywhere else. But these guys, that's pretty dope. Yeah, so you'll be able to identify. So I guess Andrew's is a little bit darker, and Toby's is a little bit, more gray, grease. Grease, that's how you say silver in Spanish. And it's a little bit more silvery. But yeah, man, both of these are dope. You know what I'm saying? Both of these are dope. Like, we finally have a solid Tobey Maguire amazing Spider-Man figure, and then we got this one, man. I am not mad at it. What are your thoughts? And here we have a casket for his now buried version. The Marvel Legends one. Let's pull this one out. Give me a second. Yeah, for figures that I put away, I put them in pencil holders. I got the link in the bio. So if you're interested in seeing that, just go there. But yeah, man, here's his counterpart. His Marvel Legends counterpart. All right, man. Like, my biggest gripe with the Marvel Legends one was the color. But right now it looks solid. Like, this was not bad either, man. Sometimes you got to remember, as an action figure collector, or, is the poses you're going to be able to put these things in. And sometimes when you put them in a good pose, you forget about everything else because he's nice and stationary. He's looking really dope. like what I'm trying to say, even if it's a bad looking figure, which this one isn't that bad, you could put it in a pose that kind of helps you forget about all of that. Here is the difference. You know, like I can already tell, like I like the nice diaphragm cut that this one has, you know, but this is, you know, America. Why is it made in China? And this is a Japanese import, baby, the MAFEX. You know, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, like this one is like I still don't. I'm not feeling this part right here in the middle. You know. There we go. There we go. Fix that a little bit. Get him in a nice little. You'll be able to get this guy into some nice poses too. Like this one, you know, I did a video of this because this is from the 3-pack No Way Home. This one has drop down legs a little bit, and so you'll be able to get him into some. See, he's not able to go up that far as much as this one did, but you know, what am I gonna do with this one on the left? You ask. I know that's what you guys. You know, a lot of the figures that I've been going through, man, like now that I have this one, I don't need this one, man. You know, so I'm gonna put it up for sale eventually. Yeah, man, like I had my Spider-Verse Marvel Legends shelf, you know, and it was looking cool, but then I got bored by it, and I was like, you know what, man, like, plus I'm getting these, and these go into the nice display case, you know, so they don't get any dust on them, and I'm kind of building that shelf of dope Spider-Verse import figures and putting them in there. But yeah, so that's the difference in these two figures. Like, what do you think? Is one taller than the other? Hold up. The Marvel Legends one's a little bit taller. Maybe. You know. But the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man has always been taller than the other three. So what are my thoughts on this final Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 2 MAFEX action figure, man? If you're into Spider-Man, it's a must-have, man. For me personally, I get all the Spider-Man movie figures because it's Spider-Man, dude. That's the guy. You know, if you need a verse, you call this dude to bring your album up. You know, what's that line? Who's the doctor that they told you to go see? This guy. The only Dr. Dre line I know in life, or the other one, rat-a-tat-tat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Yeah, I think he's amazing. If you love him, if you like him, you know, if you need him, you know, man, if you're a fan, you need him, dude. You need to put them in your display case. You know, if you're collecting all the MAFEX ones when they're all together, man, they're dope. And I feel like these ones in particular go well with the comic version. So when you're displaying them all together, it's just a wonderful scene, man. And it's just dope. You know, I see it and I'm like, yeah. And right now, my Spider-Man MAFEX import shelf, you know, like the high quality ones, it's looking dope, dude. It's looking really dope. And I'm pretty happy with it. What I do need to pull out, which I haven't, is a Sentinel Spider-Man. You know, I really need to pull that out. The only Sentinel Spider figure that I've got open is that Gwen, and that one's fresh. And I think the articulation on that one is even better than the ones on these MAFEX figures. Maybe we should have done a comparison on that. I'll open another Spider-Man soon, and I'll bring that one out, and we can talk about it. But yeah, man, if you're a big fan of Spider-Man, if you like this figure, let me know what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Tell me in the comments below. It's a community, y'all. It's the Ugo Monster. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Let's get this dude doing some shots, and excuse that dog in the background. It is not mine. All right, y'all. Peace.
I got hella action figures. Damn right. The collection keeps getting bigger. Hell, man, will it ever stop? Hell no. I don't know. Look what I bought. New stuff. Brand new exclusives. Comic-Con, watch it do it. I buy them when they're on sale. Oh hell, that's the lie I tell. Gotta have all the Marvel Legends. Why is Deadpool so expensive? Got a 0 interest credit card. My family should be alarmed. Oh yes, CFA at its gots. Montoys, collectors hating gots. Montoys, Crush Comics gots. Montoys, what are Montoys? My toys. CFA at its gots. Montoys, collectors hating gots. Montoys, Crush Comics gots. Montoys, what are Montoys? My toys. What you know about articulation and the advanced stances I be making without using any of that. Whack museum wax, oh yes, with straight precision and focus. You tip one over and it's so hopeless. Too many times to recall. I would hear him fall, walk in the room and I would bawl. Like, how could that happen? How can my figure take a fall so tragic? So I got some fish wire to seamlessly hang him. Two fly chicks broke a storm beat banging. And how about that Harley Quinn? That play arts figure could make a man sin. And I know y'all, it's a borderline doll, but a doll nonetheless. Oh yes, CFA